Happy Farm, Dino Run, Candy Battles, Bear's Garden, Naughty Jessie. What? Alright guys, so I've got another console from Wish.com, and this one looks pretty interesting. It basically looks like a ripoff of the Wii. It doesn't physically look exactly like the Wii, but they have these controllers that look like Wii remotes, and in their listing they even show pictures of what appear to be Wii Tennis and Wii Bowling, that sort of thing. And the console is called a Y2 Fit, and you can clearly just tell that they're using a lot of concepts and ideas from the Wii, so you know where they got their ideas from. But let's go ahead and open this thing up, and we're going to test it out. And it's a pretty small console. I mean, just for size comparison, here's a Joy-Con, which is honestly not that much smaller than the whole package. Let's go ahead and open this thing up, and I paid about $45 for this after shipping and some discounts and stuff, which is not a terrible price, but it kind of depends what's in here. And so here it is, the Y2 Fit TV game console. Got an interesting box color, so you can kind of see here engraved, not really engraved, but kind of light lettering. It says Sport, Games, Y2 Fit TV game console, and I don't think I mentioned it yet, but it apparently comes with 800 NES games and then 30 other just random active games that appear to be like Wii Bowling, Wii Sports, that sort of thing. And so we got video game console, wireless controller, sports games. So it's just kind of classic Wish.com, just has descriptive words. So it comes with a TV game stick, remote controller, wrist string, HD single cable. They didn't spell it right, signal, not single. USB power cable, plug and play wireless TV game stick to play downloaded games, mini size, and USB power supply. So yeah, pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what's inside of here. So here we go. And there you go. There's those, is what I'm saying looks kind of like a Wii remote. I mean, oh, look at that. I mean, it's the same exact form factor, not the same exact form factor, but I mean, you can tell where they got their ideas from. It's so similar. I mean, just as a comparison, here's your Wii remote and here's the Y2 controller. You can see it has kind of a similar indentation on the back. They're both white. Obviously the Y2 is smaller, but like I said, you can tell where they got their ideas from. So you got basically some directional D-pads. You got your A, B, Y, and X, and the D-pad actually doesn't feel too bad, but the A, B, Y, and X don't feel so great. Select and start are pretty standard. No button on the back though, and I guess you put your battery here. Looks like a AAA battery. And we got another controller here, so it comes with two controllers, so you can play multiplayer. And this, I guess, is maybe, yeah, so this is kind of like a Chromecast where you plug it straight into your TV, and that's it. And I guess you got an SD card right here with all the games. It says it's only 512 megabytes, so they're fitting all the games on this little tiny thing. Pretty small games. And yeah, like I said, it looks like a Chromecast. You got, I guess you power it up with the micro USB port over here, and you got some ventilation and stuff. Let's see what else we got in here. Just a piece of cardboard. We got a manual with some instructions, so basically you just plug it in. Like I said, you need AAA batteries for your controllers. It says the preloaded games or special encrypted files only work in the system of Y2 Fit, so I guess you're not going to be able to take these to any other kind of console. But it does say you can download more game ROMs and put them on here to play on the Y2 Fit. I'm not sure how that works and what kind of games you can play. But yeah, it says Y2 Fit, built-in NES emulator. I'm surprised they actually call it an NES emulator, because a lot of times they'll just say like old game console emulator, just because obviously if they say NES, they're straight up ripping off Nintendo. Because obviously if they say NES, they're straight up admitting to emulating NES games on their console that they're selling, which is not something you can really do. And then down here on the bottom, we got our micro USB cord, which should be for power. We got, oh, we even have straps, just like the Wii. Nice. These are a little bit tighter than the Wii, but they fit. And that's just another attribution to the Wii console of how they're copying it. Got another piece of useless cardboard. And we also have, oh, so we got basically an HDMI cord extender, which is cool, I guess. And that's it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and plug this thing in and test it out and see what kind of games it's got on it. Alright guys, so I got everything plugged in now. Got my P1 controller, P2 controller. I attached the little, wrist straps there, and I got it plugged in at the back of my TV, and just plugged into the HDMI cable, or HDMI cord, and then I got my USB cord for power. Let's go ahead and turn on my TV and see if it has already booted up, because I don't think there's a power button on this little thing. I don't see one. I just see the vents and then the SD card, and so hopefully it pops up on my screen. Oh, there it is. Nice. So let me go. It's playing some music in the background. I'm not going to play it for you because I don't know, I don't want to get a strike or anything or copyright strike from playing this music, but it sounds like little kid music, like honestly something you listen to as a 5-year-old, which is fine. Maybe that's what it's marketed to, but that's just something interesting to point out. But alright, let's see if we can connect this controller up. How do we... Oh, well, it'd probably help if I put batteries in it. Alright guys, so now I have batteries in them, and they have a blue light on them now. So let's go ahead and see if these controllers work, or how they work. So it's basically supposed to be sideways, because they were going side to side. So we got interactive games, classic games. So I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but these are actually supposed to be like Wii remotes, where they're motion sensitive. So that'll be interesting, and I think we use those for the interactive games. And then I'm assuming the classic games are like the NES games they mentioned. And it's just this home screen is interesting. I don't know how to pinpoint the background. It's almost like a DVD player, and you got your little sun or moon or whatever in the top right hand corner. And it's version 1.2 apparently, so it's been around, I guess, a little bit for some couple of revisions. But we're gonna start this in handheld mode like I am right now, so I can just kind of show you what's going on with the controller. And then maybe later I'll maybe do some screen capture of this thing of some games, and we'll check that out. So let's go ahead and go to classic games. So A doesn't work, B doesn't work. What button is it? Maybe start. There we go. Alright, so we're on the classic games, and it looks like pretty much any other emulations thing you see from Wish, where it's just a big list of the games. It says we have 811 games, so that's a lot. I don't know what this is, 1942, 1943, 1945. So they all say .NES, because it's NES games. So let's go scroll down and see if we can find like a Mario game or something. Alright, so classic number 431, Mario Bros. NES. Let's go ahead and try to boot that up, and I guess we gotta press the start button. And there it is. Yeah, just classic Mario Bros. And mind you, this is Mario Bros, not even Super Mario Bros. I don't know if I've ever even played this. It seems to have a little bit of lag, but honestly, that's probably just how the game is in the on the original NES. I don't know for sure though. Always hard to play with one hand though when I'm doing this. Alright, so maybe a bit better than now. I got this thing on a tripod, got my controller here, and we're playing sideways. Oh, and wasn't paying attention, got smacked. Let's go back and try another game. So how do we get back? Let's see. If I press start, it just pauses. Now I gotta figure out how to get back to the home menu. I might have to unplug and plug it back in. Let me check the manual real quick and see if there's any insider information there. Alright, so apparently you hold start and select at the same time. There we go. Alright, cool. So now let's see if we can find Super Mario NES, which is the one I'm familiar with. Alright, so I got Super Mario Bros. 1. Let's try that out. And there we are. That's the classic. World 1-1. Yeah, I said the controls felt laggy, but I don't think they do. I wonder what the frame rate on this thing is, because it is a little bit, you can tell it's not the best. Honestly, I don't know what the frame rate was on the original NES in this game. Not terrible though, especially for an emulation system. I mean, I'm sure you can buy a better emulating system for $40, whatever I paid for this, but it's gonna be real interesting in a minute when we try out these interactive games, as they call them. I'm really excited to try those out, because like I said, I saw some little characters that looked like Mii's, and the games looked like Wii Sports games, so I'm interested to see what we get. Let me just grab the star real quick and mow over some Goombas. Alright, so I just had to finish out the level. Here we are. Alright, so let's go back, start and select, maybe one more time, select, and that brings us back to the home menu, hopefully. Alright, so back on the home menu, interactive games. Let's see how this is. So, press start. We got Fruit Ninja, Super Tennis, Global Jogging, what? Bowling, Aeroplane, Chess, Super Run, English Through Pictures. That's interesting. Greedy Fish, Gluttonous Snake, Fabulous Bubble Squirrels, Legendary Warrior, English Wonderland, Skyscraper Cleaning, Bee Story, Curlington, League of Legends. Oh, this is funny. Jules Miner, Animal Link, Invincible Blaster King, Monkey Adventure, The Witcher, Fox's Farm, Gourmet Challenge, sounds like a food game, Apple Catch, Happy Farm, Dino Run, Candy Battles, Bear's Garden, Naughty Jessie, what? And Happy Kitchen. Alright, so a couple of those we saw on the first screen definitely looked like copies of like a Wii game. So you got Super Tennis here, that's probably like Wii Tennis. You got Bowling, Wii Bowling. You got these Global Jogging, which there were a lot of Wii games that were basically like running games where you shake the controller and you run. So let's try out Super Tennis. And by the way, this definitely looks like a kid's console, and I'm sure that's who it's marketed to now that I'm playing it, with the music in the background and the format of the console and just the games we have here. Let's go ahead and try out Super Tennis and see what we got here. Alright, so Super Tennis. You can do single or double. Let's just do single. And play on the classic court. Here we go. So, what am I doing? I could have sworn this was a motion. Oh, it is motion sensor. Oh, crap. I press A to hit it, but then I gotta swing and it'll hit it. And if I don't swing, it doesn't hit it. So it is actually working. The motion sensor is working. I can't move on my own. It moves by myself. I guess it's kind of like the Wii on Wii Sports. It moved by itself. And now it seems to be frozen. Hello? Okay, there we go. Oh, I missed it again. Yeah, so it doesn't matter how I swing it. I think I could just do this the whole time. Kind of like people used to do on the Wii. And I'm going to hit it every time. Oh, that's an automatic win. I can't ever lose. I don't know if there's any modifiers. I'm holding down buttons right now and I don't see any modifiers. So I think it just hits it. This is definitely like the Wii, except even easier. On the Wii, you could do this too, but sometimes you would miss if you didn't time it. But this, you can just shake it. Oh, never mind. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I just hit the net and I was doing what I thought was a cheat mode. Honestly, not a terrible game though. I mean, the motion controls work, and I mean that's all I can say about it. It's not as good as the Wii, but it's got, as you can see, the characters look kind of like Mii's. Not really, but kind of. All right, so let's try out another game. All right, so we're back on the home screen now, and I'm going to attempt to put a second camera on here that shows basically what I'm doing with the controller at the same time that we're playing. So, like I said, back on the home screen, let's try bowling now, because I'm very interested to see what we have for bowling. And so we got single and double. So I guess just two player versus one player. So we'll do single, and oh, so we got some interesting looking dudes this time. So we got a John and Daniel and Mary. It looks like a generic, they just took like pictures off of I don't know, a Nintendo DS game or something. They're super low resolution. Took some super generic, like American names. Let's go with John, classic. All right, so here we go. So I guess I can, whoa. I don't know what I just did, but apparently I already selected where I'm throwing at. And we got this person in the bottom right hand corner that I guess shows the power. So I'm gonna try to swing it when it gets to the red. Oh, and it worked. That looks like a strike. Boom. So it's super basic motion controls. I mean, even on the Wii, the motion controls weren't that great, but this is like literally, I don't know the technical terms for what they use for motion controls inside of controllers, but a flick of the wrist will do everything here. And I mean, honestly, that's what happened with the Wii, but not quite as bad. So I think I had a little bit of curve there. So I guess I gotta line it up and then press A when I want my curve to match the arrows, I think. And that worked. Oh, that almost worked. The game is actually not quite as bad as I thought it would be. I'm gonna see if I can get some major curve here. Let's go. Oh yeah, nope. Well, that's gonna be bad. Actually, not as bad as I thought it would be. Pretty interesting game. Honestly, for $40, I can't complain, especially if you're buying this like for your kid or something. I mean, it's not a bad game. It'll keep them entertained for a while. Let's go back to the home menu and see what other games we have here. And then, so I gotta hold start and select, and then I gotta press select a few more times, and then it'll eventually make its way back to the home screen. All right, so we're back on the interactive games. I want to try one more game. I'm really interested in what was it called? Naughty Jesse. What kind of name is that? We're about to find out though. All right, so it looks like, I guess that's Jesse, and he or she shoots stuffed animals. All right. Well, this is a shooting game. There are 4 kinds of things you're shooting in the game: balloon, apple, bear, and rabbit. Each of them has different scores. Each player has 10 arrows. All right, let's just play. So I don't know if I can actually. Oh, okay. So I guess when I'm ready to shoot the arrow, I'll swing my controller. Maybe. Yeah, the controller's doing nothing right now. Yeah. So when I swing the controller, it shoots the bow and arrow. That's interesting. So I press A to load it up, and then throw it. Boom. It has a little circular motion where it tries to pull you off of the bear a little bit, but it's pretty easy to keep it on it. So super basic motion controls. I mean, like I said, definitely good for like a kid's game or something. If any parents are watching this is honestly probably not a bad pickup for your kid if they just like to play random games. And so far, none of them seem inappropriate or anything. I mean, like this one's called Naughty Jesse, but I think that just might be like a translation error between. Oh crap! I think it's a translation error because I mean it's this kid like shooting arrows. I don't know why you'd call that Naughty Jesse, but whatever. So I kind of want to go back to Super Tennis one more time now that I have this camera on my controller and kind of show you what I was doing in Super Tennis. All right, so I pressed A to hit the ball, and then I was just going rapid fire like this, and it seemed to work most of the time. Except there was one time when it oh, I can actually swing it like this to hit the ball on the serve too. Oh, see, like that time it went completely out, and I don't know if that's just at random or if it actually has something to do with the timing of when I'm swinging it. Maybe it does have to do with the timing, because now I'm trying and I'm hitting it perfectly every time. I don't know though. Alright, so one more game real quick. We're going to play Curlington. I'm assuming it's just like curling. I don't know why they call it Curlington, just kind of an interesting name, I guess. But so we probably line it up. Yep, so use a top to line it up, and then, dude, you don't even have to swing the controller. So yeah, all you do is select where you want to throw it on the top. I'm gonna try to hit this one, and then you press A, then you select your power. I'm gonna try to hit this person out of the ring. Boom, get out. That was a clutch shot right there. Alright guys, so there you have it. There is the Y2 Fit. Honestly, not too bad. I mean, for $45, it's not a great deal, but like I said a couple times, if you got kids, I think this is probably a great option for your kids to play a game for, you know, relatively cheap, and you can play it on your TV. All it takes is these two little tiny controllers. You got two kids, they can play together, and they're entertaining, honestly. And for $40, not too bad. I mean, obviously you could pick up a Nintendo Wii for a little bit more than that, but then you have to buy games for it and stuff, and those can get expensive, and if you break it, then, you know, you gotta buy another one. Whereas if you break the Y2 Fit, it's $40 for a new one, so not too bad. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like down below and also subscribe. And also check out my new website called jrobgaming.com, where I'll be selling my old consoles, games, accessories. I'll probably be selling this console at some point, because it's just one of those things. It's kind of cool, but I just have no use for it. I'm never going to play it. I have so many other consoles to play. So definitely check out my website down in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.